Oh, beautiful butterfly right over there. And another one. Oh my gosh, there are two over there. Like deep divers, when you are in the heart of nature, you just be seeing butterflies. Now, we got a whole lot to talk about. You ain't ready for this one. Oh, baby. We're gonna have fun with this one, deep divers. Okay, now the cat down the road is pulling up. It's got its popcorn. It knows that Ralph Smart is about to dive deep. You ain't ready for this one. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in nature, baby. Another gorgeous ass day. Blue skies, white clouds with a white t-shirt on. Deep divers, I'm feeling good about life. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling optimistic. I can feel good things coming. Deep divers. That's why I'm just... woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. It is so beautiful out here today, deep divers. And we are about to dive deep. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. The world's greatest cover-up. Uh-oh. This video will leave you speechless. Deep divers, in 2020, so much is happening right now. So many people are confused with what's going on. A lot of people are scared right now on the planet. A lot of people are in disbelief. And some people are celebrating, which we're going to come to. Why are they celebrating right now? Shout out to all the chosen ones. Shout out to everyone diving deep right about now. I see you. The world's greatest cover-up. Deep divers. Are you ready for this one? Oh, you ain't ready for this one. Can someone get me some breakfast? We ain't even had breakfast yet, deep divers. Can I get a hello there? We ain't even had breakfast yet. Now, let me just dive straight into it. The world's greatest cover-up. This video will leave you speechless. What on earth is happening? What on earth is happening? It was all good a few weeks ago, months ago, last year, right? And all of a sudden, things have taken a turn for the worse. The apocalypse is here. The end is nigh, deep divers. Yes. The world as you know it is ending. The Matrix world as you know it is ending, and a new world is being reborn. What you are seeing right before your own very eyes is the ushering in of the new world order. But also, there is a great cover-up which is happening on the planet. A lot of people are in a frenzy with this COVID-19 coronavirus. A lot of people are looking a little bit shaky, baby, but there is something far more sinister going on behind the scenes. Let's proceed, deep divers. Many people have called it the Great Pandemic. I call it the Great Panic. What? Slow motion this side. I call it the Great Panic. Now, remind yourself, deep divers, I predicted this outbreak in 2019. Before it happened, I got thousands of messages. Ralph, how did you know there was going to be an outbreak? You said it word for word word for word in your 2020 predictions video. How did you know? Because deep divers, I'm tapped in to the world within. Oh, I like that one. I'm tapped in to the world within. I'm tuned in to the world within. And that's what happens when you are in nature every single day. You can see things before they actually happen. And what's coming around the corner? Oh, deep divers, you won't believe it. The great cover-up. Let's talk about it, deep divers. So, we have the great pandemic, or as I call, the great panic. Wait a minute, scrap that. No, the great distraction. That's even better, deep divers. The great distraction to what's really going on. Okay, because what is really going on, deep divers, is the loss of freedom. The loss of your freedoms as you know it. A lot of people are under house arrest and don't even know it. In quarantine, wearing a mask. We didn't come here to do that, deep divers. That's why I'm not doing that, ever. Because I'm a multi-dimensional being having a human experience, and being free is my birthright. Once you realize, deep divers, that you are the power, everything changes. Because right now, a lot of people are scared, real scared, just to even step foot outside of their house. The greatest cover-up in the history of this planet is what's going on right now. Let me talk about it, okay? So, you have the great pandemic, which is actually a cover-up for the greatest distraction ever known to man and woman and the cat down the road. They are controlling you because this is all one giant experiment. I've spoken about the Stanley Milgram obedience experiment. This is the updated version. It's all a test. It's all an experiment to see if you will obey authority. The world's greatest cover-up. This is the great shift. Shout out to all the chosen ones. Shout out to everybody right now doing a little samba, baby, aligning their chakras, planting their feet. Shout out to everybody living in the 5th dimension. I don't need 5G because I'm in 5D. What? Slow motion this side. And when you live in the 5th dimension, all there is the love vibration. That's why what is happening right now on the planet does not affect me. Will never affect me because I never allow fear to consume me. The greatest cover-up, deep divers. The world's greatest cover-up. It's 2020 in this Gregorian calendar, okay? Now, 2020 is 2020 vision. We already know that it's actually 2012 in the Ethiopian Orthodox calendar, okay? And that's the end of the world. That's why it seems like it's the end of the world right now. The end is nigh because a new world is being created and you have a choice with which world you live in, the world of fear or the world of love. Now, it's 2020 in this matrix calendar. 2020 is all about 2020 vision, okay? So, a lot of people who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear are already aware of what is actually happening. Already aware of what is actually happening, that this is one big cover-up. Like Shakespeare said, the whole world is a stage. Now, you can't believe anything you read in the media, anything you see on the media, because the whole world is a stage and this is the greatest cover-up. Now, 2020 vision, okay, is all about you being able to see through this Maya, this illusion world, this matrix world, which wants to turn you into a slave bot. What is a slave bot? Elon Musk when he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, said, "You are already a cyborg. Deep divers, you are already a cyborg." Part of what's going on right now is to turn you into a cyborg. That's why they're putting up the 5G towers in every single city, because this is the introduction to artificial intelligence, the smart grid, where they can control your every single action. You have to read 1984 by George Orwell. You have to read Feel Alive by Ralph Smart. I already spoke about this in my book, that being free is your birthright, yet the cabal, they want to control you through the smart grid. That's really what this is about, because 5G is the only network with the speed to handle the future they want for you, which is a future of control, which is a future of Orwellian control. George Orwell said, "Freedom is slavery. War is peace. Ignorance is strength." It seems like that's what the world is turning into. That's what happens right now. That's what's happening right now. Freedom is slavery. Deep divers, it wasn't too long ago when you can just be outside, no mask, and just enjoy yourself in the heart of nature. Now you got the police watching you. Hey, go back inside. Wait a minute, we're turning into Nazi Germany. The world's greatest cover-up. Deep divers, I'm just warming up right now, okay? We got a whole lot to dive into. But this is what the real agenda is about. To take away your freedom. To take away your power. But once you realize you are the power, nobody can ever take that from you. Already, they have been censoring information on the internet. They don't want this truth out there. Why? Because it's a massive cover-up. You see, they coined this term, conspiracy theorist. They invented that term just to say anybody who's speaking up about the truth is crazy. Okay? When in actuality, they are the sane ones. Because it's one big cover-up. If what those people are talking about is just a conspiracy, a load of nonsense, 5G this, 5G that, then why censor that information unless you are trying to cover something up? Deep divers, it goes deep. YouTube they've passed a new law, right, on YouTube in the contract saying that you can't talk about 5G and COVID-19 together. Why? Because once again, they want to control how you think. It's 1984 all over again. It's a big brother state. Now, 2020 is all about 2020 vision. That's why if you are one of the chosen ones, we're already celebrating, because we are already in the new world, the fifth dimension. Now, if you are taking the blue pill of ignorance, being asleep, being part of the she people, being another cog in the machine of the matrix, 2020 in the Gregorian calendar, okay, is all about the eye. 2020 vision, the big brother eye that is going to be watching you from here on out. What? Slow motion this side. Don't you get it? The world's greatest cover-up. They had to introduce this COVID-19 to hide the bigger agenda they had planned for you. They want to vaccinate 7.5 billion people on this planet. I don't think you heard me. They want to have a mandatory vaccination for 7.5 billion people on this planet. What? Yeah, Mr. Bill Gates. Bill Gates, okay? He is coming out saying that, hey, we need to vaccinate the whole planet. Why is he pushing vaccinations? The world's greatest cover-up. Which are going to have nanochips inside, by the way, which are going to control your every single move. Bill Gates doesn't have any medical expertise. It's the Microsoft guy, right? But he doesn't have a medical background. Yet, at the same time, he has all the answers for this COVID-19 that's going around. He has the solution. He has the vaccine that he wants to make mandatory for everyone on the planet. I was chilling, deep divers. I heard Bill Gates. I actually heard him. I'll actually find the video, which he said that he wants to make sure everybody gets vaccinated and has a certificate. And has a certificate. What? And has a certificate to show that they have been vaccinated. Can't you see this is the new world order? What? Slow motion this side. The world's greatest cover-up. The world's greatest cover-up. They want to control you. They want to separate you. That's what this is all about, because this is actually the great shift. We are leaving the age of Pisces and we are now entering the age of Aquarius. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about, deep divers, because people are waking up all over the planet right now. Millions. Their third eye is popping open. They're seeing behind the wizard's curtain and realizing it's just some old bloke who doesn't have any real power. The true power has been with them all along. The world's greatest cover-up. This is actually the great awakening. Okay, I told you it's 2020 vision. For those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you already know what time it is. This matrix is over. System failure. Their time is up. So they got to pull out all the stops. They got to control your ass with the vaccinations, the microchip. And the certificate is going to be like, hey, if you haven't taken a mandatory vaccination, you can't travel. Show me your certificate. Law enforcement are going to have the authority in the big brother state that's coming up, if your ass is still in the matrix, to say, okay, show me your COVID-19 vaccination certificate. If you want to travel, you go to an airport, they're going to ask you, have you got your vaccination certificate? The world's greatest cover-up. Why did they have COVID-19 right now? It's man-made. Why right now, though? Because this is the year of the Great Awakening. 2020 in the Gregorian calendar, which is 2020 vision. 2012 in the oldest calendar, one of the oldest calendars on this planet, the Ethiopian Orthodox calendar, okay, which is all about you entering a new reality, you entering a new mindset. So they have to roll out the vaccinations right now. The world's greatest cover-up. Deep divers, if you can remind yourself every single day, like I told you, it's divide and rule, okay? Divide and rule. That is how they control you every single day. Right now, don't get near me. Please go away. Please go away. Stop watching me, okay? Divide and rule. People, divide and rule, okay? Divide and rule. They don't want people together. Get away from me. Social distancing, okay? Social distancing. Stay well away from me. This is the program that they have installed on the planet. Deep divers, we are supposed to be as one. We are supposed to be united. Human beings are amazing. So the world's greatest cover-up is that this is the time where people are going to be reconnecting, coming together. And now they say, wait a minute, you don't want other people near you because you might catch the virus, okay? So this is the world's greatest cover-up. So what you have to do right now, deep divers, the solution is to let love guide you, not fear. Embrace other human beings on the planet. Don't see other human beings as bad. See them with compassion. See them with love. See them with respect. And realize that you have been drinking the Kool-Aid. Jim Jones, he gave his whole congregation Kool-Aid. Little did they know it was laced with cyanide, and then they died. One of the largest mass suicides on the planet. They got you drinking the Kool-Aid right now. The world's greatest cover-up. Something else is going on behind the scenes. What is it? Now let's talk about Bill Gates. Bill Gates' father was the head of Planned Parenthood, okay? Planned Parenthood. And it's all about depopulation, because they believe that there are too many people on this planet. The world's greatest cover-up. Now, check this out. Margaret Sanger, okay? Margaret Sanger. She was the founder of Planned Parenthood. What did she have to say? One of the most merciful things family members can do to one of its infants is to kill it. That's what Margaret Sanger said. One of the most merciful things family members can do to one of its own infants is to kill it. That was the founder of Planned Parenthood, okay? So you have to realize that this is part of eugenics. You see, the world's greatest cover-up, what's going on right now with coronavirus, COVID-19, is actually a eugenics program to get people off the planet. I told you, they want you out of here. Okay, there's a tribe in South America, the Maori tribe, and some of them are already contracting COVID-19. They want you out of here. But deep divers, little do they know that love always reigns supreme. And they have to distract you, because it's not the great pandemic, it's the great distraction. They have to distract you from your true power. The power has been with you all along. And when you realize that, you start to see that there are more of us than them. Big Brother is only the old bloke who's behind the curtain. He doesn't have any power. What he has is manipulation. The world's greatest cover-up. It's divide and rule. United we stand, divided we fall. So the solution right now to move forward is to unite with your fellow man, your fellow woman, and your fellow cat down the road, okay? Start linking forces. The world's greatest cover-up, deep divers. This is the great shift. This is the time where the hidden is coming to light. This is the age of the apocalypse, where it's a lifting of the veil. And they know this, so they have to distract you with the COVID-19. Oh, it just got incredibly real on the planet right now. I told you, they want you in lockdown for the next 18 months. No, deep divers, they want you in lockdown for the rest of your life. What? Yes. Why? Because you have the power. The media control you by telling you that you don't have any power and you are a victim. The solution to move forward is to realize that you can become an architect of your own reality. Thoughts create things. thoughts create things. What's going on right now on the planet will never ever affect me. Why? Because I'm speaking that reality into existence. This is what you never learned at school, that you are the world. There is no world out there. The only true world is the world happening within you. The world's greatest cover-up. Deep divers. This video will leave you speechless. Will leave you speechless. 7-day vegan challenge. Shout out to everybody who's eating leafy greens, tomatoes, oranges, nectarines, bananas, strawberries, blueberries. It's all about boosting your immune system. They've told you there was no cure. Deep divers. No, that's the world's greatest cover-up. Nature has a cure for everything. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Nature has a cure for everything. So realize this. You have to boost your immune system, okay? To protect you from what's going on right now. Make sure you are eating an alkaline plant-based diet. Make sure you are consuming a lot of turmeric, okay, with antioxidant properties, which can actually boost your immune system. Avocados are fantastic. I love avocados for boosting your immune system. Alkaline water is fantastic for boosting your immune system. Fresh air, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby, is fantastic for boosting your immune system. Dr. Sebi, my food mentor, shout out to him. He cured AIDS, he cured every disease under the sun, but they told you there was no cure. No, deep divers. There is no profit in the cure. There is only profit in the disease, in the vaccine. That's why it's the world's greatest cover-up, because do know this, they are going to make billions. Whoever gets the vaccine, and I told you, they will have a vaccine ready for you to control your ass within the next 16 months. Now you get out of that when you tune back into nature, when you get right with nature, when you realize you are the power and nobody's coming to save us. No lifeboat, no lifeguard, no lifeboat, no lifeguard, not even the cat down the road is coming to save you, because we are the ones we are waiting for. What? Slow motion this side. The world's greatest cover-up. They've got you on processed foods. That's why when it's your birthday, okay? Any celebration, even weddings, they've got a massive birthday cake full of white processed sugar, which causes cancer. But there's an alternative. There's brown sugar, right? The world's greatest cover-up. So you link happy experiences with fast food. French fries. A lot of people were raised on that. When in actuality, this is what keeps you trapped in the matrix. So they sell the really good food for you, really expensive. And the really bad for you, and the really bad food for you, really cheap, because it's the world's greatest cover-up. So you have to keep your third eye open and make sure every single day you learn about agriculture. You learn about agriculture, you learn about how to plant your own foods, okay? I got blueberries in my garden and grapes. Listen, deep divers, I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth, deep divers. The world's greatest cover-up. Check this out, deep divers. If you realize this, that they don't want you to know this, you might look around and think this is how it has to be. No, deep divers, it doesn't have to be like this. You can rewrite this script because it's all you. If enough people realize that actually they are the power, things change. So start realizing you are the power, and that's the solution. What will you tell deep divers, your grandchildren, that you did in the great pandemic or the great panic, wait a minute, or the great distraction. Oh, I just did everything they said and obeyed authority. Or I stood up for something. I spoke my heart and mind in a world full of sheep. I was a lion. Oh my gosh. What? Slow motion this side. In a world full of sheep, I was a lion. Deep divers, never feel powerless. You are powerful. But make sure you can tell your grandchildren that you weren't scared of this so-called pandemic, that you let love guide you and not fear. Fear shuts down your immune system, the world's greatest cover-up. You see, the reason why the media, and by the way, in the US, 6 corporations own over 90% of the media, the reason why they are pumping you with fear every single day, the death toll. Okay, this amount of people died every single day. Okay, it's not healthy, but it's shutting down your immune system. They're doing it on purpose because it's the world's greatest cover-up. They want your immune system to be so weakened that you depend on the system. So you got to make sure you aren't tuning into the news, and instead you are tuning into nature. I love it here. Deep divers, the world's greatest cover-up. Realize this. Let me just talk about music. Shout out to Juice WRLD. Shout out to Mac Miller. Shout out to Amy Winehouse. Shout out to Lil Peep. We've lost a lot of great artists. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, the real one. Shout out to XXXTentacion. This generation has lost more young legends, okay? Young musical geniuses than any other generation. The world's greatest cover-up. Now, let's take a look at Lil Peep. Let's take a look at Juice WRLD as well, okay? These two artists suffered with drug problems, drug addiction. Same thing with Mac Miller. They needed help. At the same time, you had the music industry profiting off musicians who had drug problems because they wanted to increase their sales. The world's greatest cover-up. That's why I told you, if you hear an artist who is crying for help in their music, Lil Peep was crying for help. In his music, he was saying, hey, come and save me. At the same time, people were laughing, people were being entertained by the music, not realizing he was a human being who needed help. The Matrix, they don't care about the artist. They're just there for the profit. They don't care if an artist dies young, because that means they're going to make them more money. It's the world's greatest cover-up. That's why I tell you, if you are an artist, don't sign that deal. Go independent and own your masters like the cat down the road. Own your publishing. Be a self-made boss. Deep divers, the world's greatest cover-up. Now, as I see it, this whole so-called pandemic, or as I call it, the great panic and the great distraction, because fear is the only pandemic on the planet right now. What? Slow motion this side. Is also about hiding. It's also about hiding the human trafficking that's going on right now on the planet. Human trafficking, okay? Now, Jeffrey Epstein mysteriously died in his prison cell, which was very suspicious. The world's greatest cover-up, because he knew what the cabal were doing. This is what this is about. Because when everyone is distracted, you forget that the cabal need to be brought to justice, and they will be brought to justice. But you have to realize that a lot of the cabal are taking a substance called adrenochrome, which is actually manufactured in Wuhan. And that's where the COVID-19 broke out. Adrenochrome is said to be the elixir of life for these people in the cabal, okay? It makes you look younger. You don't age. That's why it's so sought after. And that's what this is also about, the adrenochrome. But adrenochrome is part of the fear of young children. So there is a lot that's being hid and covered up. Deep divers, the world's greatest cover-up. Fear sells. Stay protected, Ralph. A lot of people are saying stay safe, right? People tell you that too, right? Stay safe. Deep divers, I'm already protected because I was born on March 3rd at 3:03. The universe has my back. I don't trust the media. I trust myself. I trust the universe. Nothing happens without the universe's permission. That's why I place my faith in myself and the great universe. The universe always is protecting me, deep divers. I got beings in other dimensions protecting me. The world's greatest cover-up. This is actually spiritual warfare. But a lot of people don't know that the world has actually ended. We're living in the aftermath. Oh my gosh. Slow motion this side. I'm as real as they come, deep divers. The world's greatest cover-up is this, deep divers. When you throw up a lot of marbles all at once, it's very hard to find the one you're looking for. That's what's happened. Every time you wake up on the feed, you just see more people dead. The virus is spreading everywhere. Because part of the cover-up is to take you outside of yourself. You're always looking outside of yourself when you have to start looking within yourself. There's nothing to be afraid of, deep divers. In actuality, there is no world out there. It's all an illusion. Yes, people need help. And shout out to all the nurses who are helping people right now. I'm also helping people lift their spirits. But deep divers, I want you to remind yourself, there is nothing to be afraid of. The world's greatest cover-up. This is all happening because they want the smart grid in place. They want 5G in place. They want the 10G in place. They want the 15G in place. And the first smart grid happened and broke out in the city of Wuhan. Think about that. And then what do you know? The COVID-19 breaks out. Deep divers, there are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. Everything is happening in divine order. This is the great shift, deep divers, that the ancients were talking about. What the Hopi spoke about, that one day when the earth is ravaged, full of sickness, disease, there will be people from every single place on this planet, every single country, nation, different creeds and colors, who will come together and they will create the new earth. What? Slow motion this side. That's why you got to celebrate, deep divers, because this is the time for new earth to be rebuilt, reborn. It's a fantastic time to be alive. Great things are coming for the chosen ones. The world's greatest cover-up. You think you are the minority when in actuality you are the majority. So how come the cabal can control 7.5 billion people? They have one thing, deep divers, human beings don't have. And I'm an alien, by the way. You already knew that though. They have unity. A small group of people can control the many because of unity. They work together. They don't care about what color they are. No, they have a common goal and a mission to fulfill. They have a common goal and a mission to fulfill. So, deep divers, if you see someone who's a different color than you, different skin color, don't say, oh my gosh, they're a white person, a yellow person, a black person, a brown person, an orange person. No, deep divers, there are only human beings. We are only energy experiencing itself. Listen to this, we are only energy experiencing itself in human form. What? Slow motion this side. We are only spiritual beings in human form. So you have to let go of the differences. How much money they have, what skin color they are. Deep divers, that's all the illusion. That's how they control you, because they work together. The world's greatest cover-up, deep divers, is this: that you are not a powerless being, even though they tell you you are. You are not a victim. You aren't helpless. You aren't gonna die. No, deep divers, you are a truly powerful being, and you hold the keys in your hands to your destiny of freedom, love, happiness, joy. And once you realize that, well, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers were just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been diving deep, getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/close. If you've got a question for me, deep divers, add me on the verified Instagram page at official Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, the verified Facebook page. And if you are a sexy ass model, woo! Who knows? You don't need 5G because you're living in the 5D. Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters, at official Ralph Smart. If this video inspired you, deep divers, check out the new book, Deep Divers. You will be pleasantly surprised. It's gonna help you. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Become your greatest version. Deep divers, I'm sending you tons of love. The solution is to realize you have to let love guide you, not fear. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! We are the power. Deep divers, yes, we are the power. We are the power. We always have been, and we always will be. Have a beautiful day.